Hello, welcome to Fox 10 Talks at 3 p.m. and Marc Martinez is joining us.
Yes, I'm filling in with you today. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course.
For those that don't know, when I started here in 2018, I joined you and we started the 7 o'clock show together.
That was fun. That was 2017?
Yeah,
wow.
no, 2018. 2018.
Okay, boy.
7 years ago.
Yeah, I remember when you got here, we shot promos out in the heat of this summer.
Yes.
And that was pretty miserable.
In a parking garage,
Yes.
which is like the hottest place you could ever be in Phoenix in the summer.
Oh.
Good times.
Seems like a lifetime ago.
I know,
doesn't
it really does.
Yeah,
okay,
that was
so
fun.
we have a lot to get to on the show today, and we're going to start with the government shutdown latest because, of course, this is huge news. This has been going on for quite some time now, and now it's finally coming to an end. Last night there was a vote in the Senate. They approved a spending bill, so now it moves on to the House. So this is a big deal.
Yeah.
And Ashlie is joining us now to talk
Hi,
more
Ashlie,
about
yes.
this. Hello.
So we've got hundreds of House members now on their way back to D.C. to try to get this vote going and really see what happens to get the government up and running again.
Yeah, 6 weeks. It's about time.
Yeah, it's
longest
a long time.
shutdown in history. So I spoke with Rep. Andy Biggs, who represents the Gilbert area, and then Rep-elect Adelita Grijalva, who's been waiting 49 days now to be sworn in.
Yeah.
So she's expecting to be sworn in tomorrow. That is the first line of business because obviously she needs to vote on this Senate plan. In talking with Rep. Andy Biggs, he actually tried to head to D.C. yesterday and he couldn't make it. His bag got lost.
Because of all the flight issues.
Yes.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So, I mean, you have over 400 Congress people hitting the airlines trying to get back. And Rep. Johnson has told them you need to be in place by Wednesday. The first vote is at 4 p.m. So he said he's been talking to people. Some are flying, some are opting to drive just to make sure that they can make it.
Planes, trains, and automobiles to get there. Wow.
Yeah. We're thinking about everyone dealing with holiday travel and stuff like that. We don't think about how, Congress has to get there too.
Yeah, they don't have private jets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so they're all headed to D.C. 4 p.m. they convene. Adelita finally gets sworn in. They're going to vote on some rules procedures. And then by 6 p.m., they get the Senate plan and they officially start the vote on that. Rep. Biggs is pretty assured that they're going to have that thing voted because all he needs is about 218 votes. And there's 219 Republicans. And they're all, for the most part, saying that they're going to vote for it.
Yeah.
And President Trump's going to be standing by, and it could be sent to him, and the shutdown could be over by midnight.
Wow.
How about that?
So most Democrats totally against this, and I'll explain. So this plan put forward by the Senate, it will extend government funding through January 30th. So get ready, buckle up, because this is probably going to happen again.
Yeah.
It funds SNAP benefits through fiscal year 2026. It reverses Trump's federal worker layoffs. It does not extend healthcare subsidies, but it guarantees a future Senate vote on subsidies. So Democrats are not happy about this. Adelita said that in her district in Tucson, she has voters who are seeing their health care payments not only double but triple. So she's like, this is going to incur a lot of medical debt for people. People are going to choose not to opt into the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, and they're going to be uninsured, which is going to put stress on our system. So they have these reasons that they don't want to support this vote. But this deal that the Senate is putting forward to them, this is the same deal that the Senate put forward like 5 days into the shutdown.
Yeah, in September, they put this
So
forward.
if the House passes this deal, we would have been shut down for no reason for this long. Because it's the same
bill.
deal.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
And so if you want to go ahead and run the soundbite, I spoke with both Rep. Grijalva and Rep. Biggs.
Yeah, let's hear what they had to say.
It really does nothing at all to help the American people with making healthcare more affordable. We have people right now in Southern Arizona that received a bill that, their premiums are going not double, triple. So when you look at the consequences of us doing nothing, we're going to put people into debt, medical debt, they're going to choose not to take a healthcare plan.
They were told, the Democrats were told, open up the government, we'll negotiate with you, we'll meet with you. That's exact. Did they get a better deal now? Or is that the exact same deal that they were promised 6 weeks ago? Why? By golly, it's the same deal they were promised they'd get 6 weeks ago. That's why you have so many Democrats in the House that are absolutely apoplectic, saying, we got nothing for this.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens on Wednesday. We'll see where it goes from here. I mean, obviously frustrating for the American people,
Yeah.
right?
I would love to be a fly on the wall when Adelita Grijalva meets Mike Johnson and see how that conversation goes.
Yeah,
Seriously.
same.
So, all right, Ashlie, your story is going to be on the air tonight at 4, 5, 6,
4, 5,
7,
6.
9,
We're
10.
going to see how the night
All the
develops.
things.
Let's make sure that all the House members get there
Yeah.
and they can start voting tomorrow because it has been just a long slog. But hopefully the Senate will have a vote on the healthcare subsidies at a future date. They say there's a guarantee, but there is no guarantee
Right.
it's going to
Yeah.
be in the Senate. There's no guarantee it's ever going to go to the House. So we could lose those healthcare subsidies for the time
Yeah.
being. That's why everyone's so mad at Senator Schumer, because he could not get those Democrats in line to stop this bill from going forward or this plan.
Right.
Democrats, I'm going to go ahead and say, took the L on this.
Yeah.
They took the loss.
And people will start seeing those increases in their health insurance coverage, their costs very soon.
What we don't know is how fast air traffic is going to go back to normal. SNAP benefits will kick in.
Yeah.
So give it some time, but hopefully at least we can report tomorrow, Thursday morning, the shutdown is over.
All right, Ashlie, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll tune in for your story later on Fox 10 News.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so it is Veterans
Yes, it
Day
is.
today, so we have to get to our next guests. They're joining us from USAA, and they're here to talk about the Honor Through Action initiative here to help veterans and looking for employment and things like that after service. So thank you so much. Thanks to you both for being here.
Yes, we have Bob LaBrutta and Jena Saucedo-Herrera joining us. Could you guys talk to us about this program and what it's going to do?
Yes, USAA has been advocating for service members for over a century. And this Veterans Day today, we're taking that advocacy to the next level by launching Honor Through Action, which is a national movement that aims to transform the lives of military families, focused on meaningful careers, financial security, and overall well-being.
Yeah, Bob, you were in the Air Force for 38 years.
Yes.
Did you experience, when you got out of the service, trouble finding employment? What was that like for you?
Well, good afternoon. Thanks a lot for having us on the show. And quite frankly, first, I want to start out and say to all the 16 million plus fellow veterans, happy Veterans Day. And to the family members that sacrificed so they could serve, happy Veterans Day to you as well. As they say, the transition from military service into the civilian sector, it does not discriminate. And, there are some of us that are fortunate and we find our way right away without a lot of help. But most of us, if you're like me, it took a lot of time and effort to be able to find our way back into the civilian sector and then actually acculturate into that new place where everything is different, right? We've just separated from something that we've known for such a long period of time, put our heart and soul into it, and now we're out there on our own. And so, it's a difficult journey and it's a challenging journey for most of us. And that's why I'm so honored that USAA has taken this on, this Honor Through Action, $500 million over the next 5 years, focused on those three key areas that Jenna let you know about, that have been brought to us from our members and then from the veterans writ large in this great country. So, there's action behind those words and resourcing too.
Yeah, Jenna, if you could talk to us what Bob was just mentioning about those the key points to this plan and how you really want to get these veterans into the fold there at USAA.
Yeah, well, as Bob mentioned, these focus areas were actually elevated to us by our membership. And they said, look, meaningful careers, financial security, overall well-being, these are the top three concern areas, but the data backs it up. So today, only 36% of junior enlisted, so currently serving, are financially stable or feel financially secure. And if you couple that with the fact that military spouse unemployment is north of 20%, which is 4 times that of their civilian counterparts, we at USAA believe that that's a problem, that's unacceptable, and we want to do something about it because, as you all just discussed on your previous segment, there's no greater time than now to stand tall for our service members, and we believe that USAA is uniquely positioned to lead from the front on this effort.
What is it about companies and hiring veterans after service? Do you think why do they hesitate to do that? I've learned in working with veterans here at Fox 10, sometimes they do hesitate to hire a veteran for their company. And I mean, I'm married to a veteran, and I know my husband anecdotally also went through this. I wonder, what is it? Because there's such a unique skill set, but it's applicable to so many different professions.
Yeah, I agree with you. Don't know the specific root cause for it, okay? None of us do, but we do know that it's out there. And not only for military veterans, but also for spouses as well, as Jena, you heard with those statistics. The bottom line is this, though. We can do something about it. And this is our call to action. We want every public and private and nonprofit out there to join us in this opportunity for us to do better, to make sure that we're reaching out to those veterans, to bring them in. You know, the thing about veterans is that we hesitate to ask for help. And so sometimes we just need a nudge. And that's happened for me. I had two individuals and I retired that reached out to me, checked on me, and then they brought me into the fold. And then I was able to find my way. That's what we need to do as an American society, is to bring our veterans and our spouses in, learn about them, and then help them get on the step through programs like what we're offering in USAA.
And Jenna, for veterans who may be watching this or hear about this and are interested, where can they go to find more information to apply for a job there? What can they do?
Well, I would encourage your viewers to check out our website, usaa.com/Veterans Day, to learn more about how USAA is honoring and celebrating veterans, not just today, but every day throughout the year. And there you'll find more information about Honor Through Action and how to get involved, but also specifically about USAA military affiliate hiring and some of the programs we have to offer as well.
All right. Thank you both so much, Bob. Thank you for your service. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you both. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Veterans
Thank
Day.
you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Some great information. I'm kind of like you. You know, you think that someone who is in the military, very regimented, their schedules are very put together. They're put together people.
Yes.
I just don't get. It seems like it'd be a perfect person to hire.
I know. And it's like, they're in the service, then they go to school maybe after.
Yeah.
So they're already like behind people in their age group, you could say. I don't like
Right.
to use the behind as a word here, but it's like, in terms of time, there are people that are their age ahead of the game in their careers.
I also
So-
wonder, if someone who's in the military goes into work in a civilian environment, they may be thinking like, wow, there's no rules here. This place is run so loosey-goosey.
Yeah,
like, come on, let's
right.
get this together.
Right.
So-
It would be such a benefit to have those
Yeah.
people on your side, on your team.
Get people in shape,
Exactly. Yes. All right. Well, we have much more coming up after the break for you guys. We're going to talk Christmas lights, how soon is too soon to put them up, and safety as well. It's all ahead. Stay with us. Okay, welcome back. We are going to talk about Christmas lights.
Yeah, and even though it's 85 degrees here in Phoenix today,
Yes.
it does not feel Christmassy at all. It's
No, we
still
haven't gotten to
warm.
Thanksgiving.
I know.
So
Really, we have to get one thing at a time. But actually, no, a lot of people are looking forward to decorating for Christmas. In fact, Kim Hagan in the comments there saying, I'm so ready for Christmas lights. I don't care if it's before Thanksgiving. I want Christmas lights. She's ready to go.
All right. I mean, that's fine. I get it because, Kim's saying that she lost the sound. I don't know if that's on our end or, we're good. Okay. Oh, well.
Are we good? Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you were saying last week too, you saw like a shopping at the Uptown Plaza.
Yes, at
They
Central
put
and
everything
Camelback in Phoenix, they decorated their palm trees like they look great, like candy canes.
They look so good.
Very impressive stuff. you
Yeah.
know?
People are putting them up sooner.
And I will
sooner.
say, it kind of did make you feel like the season.
Yeah.
Like okay, I'm kind of getting ready for
We
it.
should just keep them up year round.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
why not?
I know. I think that Jason Woodward would like that idea. He is joining us now. He is the
Keep him
Chief
in business.
Executive Officer of Christmas Designers. Jason, thanks for joining us. When are people decorating earlier and earlier now? It kind of feels like they are.
Yeah, they definitely are. We really find traditionally it was, well, you go years back, it was really close to Christmas before they would decorate. And
Yeah.
then Thanksgiving became the official time. Now it's really November 1st is the kickoff. You get Halloween, next day is ready for Christmas, especially the lights and the outdoor decor. A lot of people aren't quite ready for the inside yet, but November 1st really is the official kickoff for outdoor lighting and decorating.
Now, we're going to talk about safety too, which is important because if you're like me, I think I'm like many people. When it comes time to put them all up, you just take the box out of storage, like throw it up. It's maybe
Same lights
5
over
years
and over
old.
and over. Yeah.
Yes. What do you recommend, right? That's not probably the safest thing to do, I would think.
No, you want to go in with a plan. And really, when it comes to Christmas, your number one area for injury is a ladder, and not necessarily even a tall ladder, step stools, 6-foot ladders. There are a lot of injuries. So going in with a plan, being careful, knowing your limits. If you're doing outside decorations, a lot of people shouldn't be up on a big extension ladder doing those C9 lights around their roof line. So you want to be safe on everything, but especially on ladders, and go in with a plan. Don't just rush into it. The excitement, the kids are yelling and screaming, they're all excited. That's when injuries happen.
Yeah, when you kind of start not taking safety into account, you're kind of in a hurry. Maybe you're rushing around to get things done. That is when accidents can happen for
Yeah.
sure.
What about like some of these older light bulbs, right? Because there's some, I mean, maybe you've had them in the box for several years. They're not, I mean, they're probably a lot safer now than they used to be, right?
Yeah, they're definitely a lot safer now. And traditionally with the glass bulbs, the cord was not as good. It would fray, it would wear out much easier. So a lot of those old decorations, you do need to be replacing them. The latest generation LED technology, especially when you get into the pro the pro or commercial line of Christmas lighting and decorating, you're going to get a much safer light set. You're going to be using what the pros are using, and you're not going to have to worry about those safety elements that you had decades ago and before there was really good UL standards on the products.
And with the new LED or the LED lights in general, are they still having that problem like we would have with the other ones where like one bulb would go out and you'd have to find down
it.
the line which one was bad?
Yeah,
or are they,
those
is that-
days
is
are
that
definitely
over?
done.
Oh, then I need to get
And-
some new lights.
Perfect. I know, right? It's still happening to me. So
Right. Yeah, those days are over.
Oh, good.
perfect. I do love the incandescence, like the look of it, that warm glow that they have. There's something special about that too, and nostalgic.
Right. And there really is. What a lot of people don't realize, 90% of the lights you see, especially on the commercial side, really commercial about 100% are LEDs now. And they've gotten so good, you don't even realize they're LEDs. As long as you go with a high grade, what the pros are using, commercial grade, you're not going to know the difference between a good quality LED and the traditional glow of an incandescent.
So, Jason, tell us a little bit about your job. How did you
Yeah.
get into this? I mean, how did you become a Christmas
Sure.
designer, chief executive officer?
Yeah.
Well, I started almost 30 years ago, 28 years ago, as
Wow.
just a temporary position, $8 an hour, supposed to be for 90 days, administrative assistant. And then from there, it evolved into pro level, leading crews throughout Central and South Florida. One thing led to another. Now we're one of the larger importers and distributors of pro and commercial grade lights and decorations. And that's for both pros, B2B, businesses, municipalities, HOAs, and really at the heart of our business is the homeowners, the DIY Christmas enthusiast. That's really where we love to help out and help them elevate their Christmas lighting. So it's been a wonderful trip over the past 30 years to see not only my own career develop, but where the industry has come over those decades.
So
Yeah.
Christmas is year round for you then, huh?
It definitely is. We stay busy all year.
Yeah, I love the idea of having up lights all year round. I mean, then you can change the colors for Halloween and, all the different holidays. That's kind of fun.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
You could
all
just,
of them.
celebrate everything.
Yeah.
Yes, you sure can. With RGB now and the permanent lighting that they're doing, it really gives you a chance to be able to change colors and change based on whether it's mood or season, whatever you're feeling like that day, you can change those colors. So we're seeing a big surge in year round to an extent, and then you complement it with more lights during the holiday season.
And for price point, are you seeing any of the prices for lights increasing due to tariffs or anything like that this season for consumers?
Yeah, we definitely are seeing a price increase this year. Really anywhere from 15% to 18% is what we're looking at. And that is due to the tariffs. Unfortunately, it did push prices up. However, when it comes to Christmas lights and decorations, people are always buying. If they're buying good quality, those lights are going to last them 7, 8, 9 seasons. So that 15% spread out over the life of the decoration is not too much as long as you're buying that good quality.
All right.
Good advice. Don't get on a ladder. That's the biggest
Absolutely.
takeaway.
I
Just
agree.
Leave it to the pros if you can afford it. Jason Woodward, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
for
I guess
having me.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
He's
Thanks,
got the
Jason.
garland up. He's ready.
I know. He really is. That's great. Yeah. I keep it very simple when I go to decorate.
Do you put it up
Christmas.
yourself?
I-
The lights
yeah,
outside?
I have, but I've just got this, like a long string, and I kind of just put it around a balcony, and I'm like, okay, that's good enough.
And
you know?
you're one-story house,
One
right?
story.
So you're not.
Yeah. I do have to get on a step ladder, but it's
Not
only
the
like
step
3,
ladder.
4 up. I know
It's dicey, Mark.
it is.
Don't be the story we report on
Well,
every year.
I know. I've got to learn my lesson.
Yeah.
Jason's trying to tell us to be careful.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to get into, we talked about it earlier in the show with Ashlie a little bit, but with the flight chaos that's been
Yes.
going on because of the government shutdown. And now there are even more reductions in flights going out
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, they've. That's right. Olivianna Calmes is covering this story at the airport in St. Louis, and the FAA is reducing more flights at the nation's busiest airports. We knew this was coming, but it doesn't stop the chaos and the problems. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Olivianna, thanks for joining us. What is it like there in St. Louis?
St. Louis wasn't one of those on that big list of 40 major airports, but because there are so many of those airports that fly into St. Louis, that's starting to trickle down here too. We were at 4% of flights being cut by FAA. Today, that jumped up to 6%. So this past weekend was really a travel nightmare for a lot of folks. And now going into this week, going into Friday, we're expecting 10%. That's just getting even worse. Airlines canceled more than 7,900 flights from Friday to Monday, specifically because of air traffic controller staffing shortages tied to the shutdown. Controllers have been working without pay for weeks, and a growing number is calling out because of fatigue or to work another job to make some cash. Just yesterday, there were over 2,000 flight cancellations and over 9,000 delays, and mainly at those 40 airports we've seen that list of. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warned today of rising flight risks. He says pilots are reporting stressed air traffic controllers and slower responses from the towers. He says the FAA is also seeing more planes get too close to each other in the sky. It comes as controllers miss a second paycheck since the shutdown began. That would have been today. Duffy saying that this is taking a bigger toll than the first one. Many didn't have enough of an emergency fund for the first one.
A lot of the new controllers didn't. They said virtually all of them can't navigate missing 2 pay periods, which is a whole month of pay they've missed. So that's a problem, and that's why this reopening of the government is so critical to happen right now.
And flights are expected to be cut, jumping up to 10% on Friday. He doesn't say that there's any encouragement that that will be lessened by this Friday. It looks like they're really trying to work out some of the problems with the flight risks and safety there. A airline trade association put out a statement. Now, this is a trade organization that represents many of the major airlines that we use. They say that travel disruption will persist even after the shutdown ends. So even as this wraps up, we may see this trickle down even into, hopefully not into Thanksgiving, but it's coming up.
Yeah, the government could open by the end of the week, but you're saying this will continue on. I want to know, do you know when the air traffic controllers will be paid? They're missing their paychecks right now because of the shutdown. When will they see that money in their bank accounts when the government reopens?
Right. When that happens, Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy says that they believe they'll try to get that out as soon as possible, at least most of the air traffic controllers, if not all of them. I believe he gave the figure 70% should get it right away. And that he also mentioned that the president was hoping to give a bit of a bonus to those air traffic controllers that have gone every single day into their work. And so they'll just have to figure out who those air traffic controllers are and if they can do that as well.
And Olivianna, the president also, in a tweet or Truth Social, said that some of these air traffic controllers who called out sick might face some sort of punishment. Did Secretary Duffy address that at all?
Somebody asked him that today as he visited a Wisconsin airport, and he didn't give any definite answer on what that punishment would be, but that they would be looking into if there was, air traffic controllers missing a repeated amount of work days there, but no definite answer on a punishment.
All right.
All right, Olivianna Calmes for us in St. Louis tonight. Olivianna, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I think if you don't have to travel right now, it's by airplane.
Just don't.
Yeah, I would.
Or take your private jet.
Yeah.
Because everyone has one of those.
Yeah, I did see that a lot of private jets at some of the bigger airports were not going to be allowed to fly.
General aviation.
Yes.
Yeah,
because,
I know.
Air traffic controllers have to deal with those planes as well. And if the system's already stressed out,
right.
That's another way to
that included us actually yesterday. Sky
on
Harbor.
Your private jet?
Yeah.
Oh.
GA. Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I can't really hear you with these.
I know.
Can we take these off?
Yes,
No, I guess we can't. We're getting time cues.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait, sorry. Can you repeat that? 30 seconds. Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully, between the vote tomorrow and getting back to work or getting paid again, things can start to get back to normal as far as the air traffic
But
system.
it sounds like there's going to be a bit of a gap where things are a little, it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
So
And that's tough if you're going 2 pay periods now with no paycheck.
That is
so
tough.
Hopefully that
is
gets
tough.
taken care of soon.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on Fox 10 Talks at 3 p.m. on Tuesday.
Lots of topics today.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark, for being here.
Thanks.